Hey y'all, it's me, Alexis. I don't know how else I was going to start this, but it's basically a video where I'm going to show you all the cool stuff we're giving away at the big Purgatory Extravaganza, or whatever we're calling it. But it's basically to kick off for Purgatory Media. We kind of rolled everything out. We're wanting to get all of you guys active and involved, and we thought, what better way than a huge giveaway? And then I'm like, since almost all the books are here, I should do a video with them so you guys can see what we have. Some stuff is signed, some stuff is not signed, but all of it is cool and brand freaking new. And I'm not gonna lie, 99% of these are some of my favorite books. Because if I'm gonna do a giveaway, I'm kind of gonna get books that I like. Sorry, not sorry. So if you don't like any of them, not my problem. Starting off with When the Wolf Comes Home by Nat Cassidy. It's his newest book. If you haven't read any of his other books, you're freaking missing out. Namely, Mary. Don't even get me started on that one. The book was freaking amazing. And then as soon as I finished Mary, I seen that he had a new one coming out, so I immediately had to order it. And then I'm like, okay. And I read it. It was amazing, and I knew I had to get a copy of it for you guys. So, When the Wolf Comes Home by Nat Cassidy. This is one of the ones that is not signed. However, I think I have a signed book plate to throw into the box, so stay tuned for that. And there's a lot of books here, so this is probably going to take forever. Not really. Next, On a Clear Day You Can See Block Island by Gage Greenwood. This one is not signed. I love the artwork on this one. So beautiful. Such a good book. You guys are going to love this one. Okay, so the next two took me by surprise, and by that I mean I just got a audiobook code to read and listen to this for a review, and I've listened to that book so many times that I think Audible probably has me on a watch list. It's just insanity. I wish Sarah got paid for every time I listen to it again, because she'd probably be swimming in cash. And then luckily, after I listened to the first one, she was about to release the second one, so I did not have to wait too long, and oh my god. I'm not usually one of those people that are like big on possession horror, because been there, done that. She did something that was so freaking magical, and I got to interview her, by the way, not long after that. So, oh my god. But anyway, I have both of her books. They are not signed, but they are very cool. You Need to Leave, and You Invited It In. I'm telling you. Amazing. I have copies of all these of myself, so the next one is, I'm a big Wizard of Oz person, and this is Tin Man by Tori Favreau. You guys might know about him. He's pretty cool. And I'm like, you know what? This is such a good book to get out there, and I think other people should read it. So I was like, okay, you have to add this to the box. Yeah, that's pretty much how my thought process went for what goes in this box giveaway. Was people need to learn and hear about this, and then some stuff that people were already excited about. I wanted to do kind of a little bit of a mix. Next book you've probably gotten tired of hearing me talk about. It's called The Eliza Test by our very own Caleb Jones. And I know, you're like, Alexis, he's on the team. Why would you do this? Okay, listen, this book, I read it and read it again. And I've read it again, and I've read it again, and I bought myself a version of it, and this one's signed. Caleb flat signed it for us, and then did the little press, what is that thing called? Embosser? It's very cool, but this is signed by him. It's just flat signed. Honestly, if you're not even excited about anything else in this box, I think you need to be excited about this. The Eliza Test. It's like AI religious horror in the best freaking way possible. Also, there's reviews for most of this stuff on my Instagram or wherever else that I run my mouth at. So if you need to check any of them out, feel free. Or if you want to DM me and be like, hey, what's your favorite book in this box? And I'll tell you about every single one of them. So no worries there. Next book, John Durgan, Cosa. This one is not signed. However, it is absolutely unhinged. And not many book covers freak me out, but this one does freak me out on a pretty regular basis, quite honestly. I'm a big fan of Durgan's short stories and stuff. That's how I actually got into reading his books first. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to check some other stuff. He has a couple of books that are just amazing. And then I like the formatting in this. I don't know. I thought you guys would really be interested in this. secluded mansion, sign me up. Except for don't sign me up, because I better be getting money from going to stay there. Otherwise, I'm not going. None of that haunted shit. Next book is a big one that I know everybody has been excited for, and it's called The Buffalo Hunter Hunter. Stephen Graham Jones. I have read this, and it is fantastic. It is one of the best vampire novels I've ever read. Danielle, who's also on the Purgatory team, she absolutely loves it. Trust me, just ask her about it. Insane. I'm a big Stephen Graham Jones fan. The Babysitter Lives. You've probably seen me in comments saying this is the best thing I've ever read. It is. No chill. So I thought you guys would really like this. It is not signed. I'm going to leave that one till last to tell you guys about that one. I've got one book in here that, so I know everybody wants to read it, but nobody wants to pay for it because it's just, we'll talk about it at the end. Anyway, next book is A Whisper in the Dark by Elizabeth DeVicci. I'm sorry if I messed up your name. Please forgive me. I read this book a while back, and I loved it so freaking much that I'm like, okay, whose book do I need to put in this time capsule of a box? I don't even know what I'm calling it. Is it a time capsule? I mean, you guys aren't going to open this box up like 5 years from now. As soon as you get it, I need you to open it and start reading all the books. But anyway, A Whisper in the Dark. I like the cover art. Also, Elizabeth is amazing. If you haven't checked her out, please go check her out. She's just above and beyond. Super nice, too. I'm going to leave that one to last-ish. We'll talk about this one. American Rapture by C.J. Leeds. If you haven't read this book yet, you absolutely need to. It is unhinged. It's insane. I actually like her other book as well. She's a choice, and one you should be making. But look at the cover art on this. That's originally what got me. I'm a sucker for a good cover. I know, don't judge a book by its cover, and I don't. I read the synopsis, okay? But inside and out, absolutely crazy. Ooh, I'm going to leave that one to last. Okay. Here is another book that I also love this year, and I don't know if there's just been something about elderly horror this year, but it has been top freaking notch. It's like all the authors that we read have grown with us, and now they're on the next set, and now we're getting more horror that relates to us. Oh, Lord. Sundowner's Dance. Todd Keesling, which I have an interview with him. If you want to go check it back, our older interviews. He is so much fun. I had so much fun in that interview, and Allie helped me with it, so that was even better. But Sundowner's Dance. This one is not signed, but of course, brand new, beautiful. And such a good freaking book. Again, I know every one of these books, you've been like, Alexis, you said every one of these books is a good freaking book. It's because they all are. I'm not giving away bad books. Let's get real. Next book. This one is signed, if I'm not mistaken, but let me double check before I lie to you. I know there's a big box of books. I forget sometimes. Oh, this one is. So this is Eric LaRocca, Everything the Darkness Eats. I love Eric's books to the bottom of my soul, and by soul I mean the bottom of my foot. But his books are not for everybody, so please read the back of it and tread carefully. But this one is signed by him. Absolutely freaking amazing. I grabbed this extra copy from Abominable Book Club, which is a subscription box that I also enjoy, and I get goodies off there all the time. So I'm like, I own this myself. Got one for you guys. Because again, love Eric's work. Okay. Which one do I want to leave for last? You know what? I'm going to do this out of order. I know you're like, Alexis, you should have planned this before you even started the video. Nah, not today. So I keep a reading journal, and you guys have probably seen me with one of these. Last year it was red, and I completely filled it up. This year I have a purple one, and this is the same color purple one that I have that I'm using currently. It's called Wisteria. And then I also have a black one for next year. These are from the Quirky Cup Collective, which is a company in Australia. And I am like, if I'm going to keep a, I know I've said 75,000 times in this video. If I'm going to keep a journal of my books, I can do it, no problem. But if I'm going to pay for one, I want it to be extra. So here we are. And I thought you guys might like this too. Basically, it's a reading journal, gilded, embossed sides. It's got a ribbon. You open it up. Beautiful, beautiful. It's got a table of contents, a welcome, hello, my book loving friend. I like this part where you can draw in, your favorite books or maybe your unfavorite books. Make it yours. I don't really care. Do whatever you want. I do what I want in it. Reading goals and a to-do list. Reading goals. Read everything you've ever bought. Never happening. A group pages where it says upcoming releases. I can never keep up with that because there are so many upcoming, and I'm just hoping that I see somebody post about something that I can't remember. It's got like a basic reading tracker with just a little bit of information you can pop in there, all that fun stuff. They've got reading challenges, a to be read, and then it gets fun to where it's got like quick reviews, and these are just reviews where you're just like, okay, genre, format, start, end, rating, and review. No big deal. Bam, bam, bam. Nothing detailed, crazy. Then it gets to the reviews and reflection sections, which are your more in-depth reviews where you can get a star rating, your title, author, Alexis, your thoughts, your ratings, favorite characters, final review. Like, this is a lot of information. Sometimes mine are doodled on. It's just whatever I'm thinking while I'm writing as I read the book. And I thought, you know what? I really like mine, so maybe they would like one of these. So, got you guys a purple one. It's called Wisteria. I don't know if they're still in stock anymore. I just remember thinking, man, I love that color, so I grabbed one. And I absolutely have loved using mine this year. So, okay, I'm going to show you the one that I was going to leave to last, and I'm really leaving another one to last. So, everybody, I feel like, wants to read this book, and nobody, well, not nobody, most people don't end up getting it because they're like, I don't know if I'm going to read it. Am I going to finish it? Here's your chance to get the remastered full-color edition of House of Leaves. Now, if you don't know about the House of Leaves, please go check out the subreddit or Google it, anything, before you decide, hey, is this something I want to dive into? Because it is an experiment. There's upside down, there's cliff notes, footnotes, everything in this book is a piece of this book. And by that, I mean you got to read everything. It's fun, it's exciting, and I'm going to admit myself, I have not finished this. I've started it multiple times and have stopped. Allison had finished it, and it's actually Danielle on our staff. Do I want to call it staff, team, whatever? I don't even know what I'm doing. She loves it. So, I'm hoping this will trigger some other people to want to read it, and then maybe we can all read it. I don't know. But this is a chance for you to get a full cover remastered edition without having to pay for it. And then you too can dive in and try to read this one. Actually, there's two books that I don't have with me that I'm just going to be like, pretend. So one of them is a big part of this whole giveaway box that I will not have until December. Josh Mallerman had a Kickstarter here a while back, and I wish I could remember the date, but it was for his new graphic novel, and it's like amazing. So I got myself one, of course, a huge Mallermaniac, is that how we say it? And I was like, I'm going to get a second one for a giveaway. And it basically got full, like, tiers of all the fun stuff. So it's going to be signed. It's going to have gilded purple edges, not gilded gold edges like that journal I just showed you, purple. It's going to have a lenticular into the cover of it, and this is hardcover, of course, a ribbon for marking. It's just, I wish I had photos, but it's being Kickstartered, which is production and all that fun stuff, so I do not have photos. That will be shipping separately after the giveaway's over, because of course I won't have it till December, but you will be getting it. Please get excited. Should I try to poke Josh and see if I can get a picture of it? Or Derek. Okay. Anyway, I'll think about that later. The other thing that's not in there will be a signed copy of The Rotting Room by Viggy Parr Hampton. I'm obsessed with the book. Do I have it? I do have it. Where do I have it? It's somewhere on my shelf. I think it's up there, however. But it's The Rotting Room, and it's the hardback version. And I basically started reading that book and could not freaking put it down. Like, it is the most insane thing. My best friend actually read it in, no time at all. And she's like, Robin, if you see this, I am talking about you. Sorry, not sorry. But it just, God. And it will be shipping directly from her, and it will be signed as well. So, good job there. The last thing that's going to be in this giveaway box, and you're like, Alexis, you've been talking nonstop for 15 minutes. Can you please stop? I cannot. The last thing is Mallerman's new book. So I won a copy of this from Amber. It was amazing, and I started reading it, and I was like, okay, so now this needs to go in the giveaway box as well. So I got you guys one. It's Watching Evil Dead, Unearthing the Radiant Artist Within by Josh Malerman. I had to get you guys a copy because I feel like even if you're not a writer / author, you need to read this, because I'm not either of those. I'm just a reader, and I know I like to do interviews, whatever. But this book, I don't know, it was just so amazing to be a fan of him, and then to get to read this. I've got no words. It was just amazing. So thank you, Amber. Thank you for triggering me to get this for other people as well, because what are we doing here besides sharing the good word of I love books and everything about them. Anyway, so that was just basically a super long, quick thing of all the books that were going to be given away. It's all going to be going to one single person. The main thing is you have to be following the YouTube. I would really like it if you followed the Instagram and the Substack. However, I'll be happy if you just follow the YouTube. That's where we need all of our fun people. Get there, watch our reviews,